Hello and welcome back. Hello, welcome back. Um, yeah, I'm painting with layer cakes today, and I'm just showing the palette because it's so big that I have to put it on the side of my desk, so you won't be able to see this beautiful palette consistent of layer cakes purchased from Jane Davenport while I'm painting. And I'm actually continuing another a painting that I started on another stream, like this one here, because I ran out of storage on my computer. And then I started, to delete some stuff and remove some stuff to make space for still could be able to save a video. And then all the neighbors went nuts with their machines because it's gardening season. So I have been sitting here patiently waiting for the noise to calm down from especially two of my neighbors. So now I only got like one neighbor in the far distance going crazy with an edge trimmer. I hope it won't disturb the sound quality of this video here. But meanwhile, I was digging out some of the JD brushes that came with these layer cakes here. So I don't know why I haven't utilized them a lot. I think it's because I'm too lazy, because I store them in a space where I have to get up to reach them, and it's just convenient to not get up and reach them. I don't think that. No, this is not layer cake. This is something else, but okay, this is Jane Davenport. Yeah, but I thought that I should. I'm gonna throw these two in. They're nice, because they're like smaller. I'm gonna try and paint with these today because there is some um, reason to the madness about why use flat brushes when you paint with layer cakes. It is actually nice to paint with flat brushes when it comes to the layer cakes. So those are the brushes I'm gonna use, and now let me flip to the desk with the drawing on. So this is what I'm working on, black watercolor paper, inspired by this image right here that comes from a diamond painting. And yeah, I'm using it as an inspiration. Isn't that what it's called when you're not able or skilled enough to do a rendition of it? So let's just say I am using it as an inspiration. But what I'm focused on here is that I want to paint that it's not a sun, it's like a shield. I'm looking maybe like a batch. I don't know. Um, it's just interesting to have something going on in that circle right there. So I think I'm just gonna jump right onto it. Layer cake is like a pastel, so it smears off when you touch it. So I think it's super likable that I got this non-painted area where I can rest my arm on, so I won't be smearing it off. So I think I want to focus a lot on this side right here while I got this super nice situation where I can just rest my arm on this side here. But yeah, let's get started. I think I see some sort of a circle. Uh, yeah, first of all, I am gonna use the black of this paper to be the mane of the horse. So the hair in the forehead of the horse. Let me just check if I can lift off the layer cake. Yeah, it's liftable. Okay, that's cool because the plan was actually to let the black of the watercolor paper be the hair strand of the head of the horse. So now I'm confident that I can just go crazy with the thing inside this sun here or circle, and then just lift off the hairs in the end. Um, Let me grab that tiny brush and work on that circle. There are many, so many layer cake colors to pick from. So I don't necessarily have to stick to any color palette from the inspirational AI created picture. So I'm just gonna grab my layer cakes. I'm using less water to get it like super creamy because now I want to draw with it. Oops, guess I do need some sort of water. Yeah, I'm just having a super relaxed painting session here on this nice day. We have had some rain, and then this is the first day after the rain has, relaxed a little bit. So I think that's why all the garden people are going nuts today with their machines. There's nothing like after a rainy week that will enhance the growth of a lawn. It's so wonky. I don't care. I do see it. I see it. It's wonky. Like maybe it's this curve right here that's making it wonky. Um, what to do about the signs inside of this? Could be going. Oh, all of this is gonna be hair, so maybe I should just work on this side here. But yeah, this was inspired by a diamond painting that I just finished. I think today when after I made dinner and that kind of things, I want to try and shop online for a much larger diamond painting than the 30 by 40, because I feel after I made this particular round drilled diamond painting that I was a little bit disappointed about the lack of detail because the substrate was so small. So I want to try, even though it's super intimidating, because it takes a long time, and maybe it takes such a long time because I am a beginner. But I find it a little bit intimidating that there is canvases that are humongous. We're talking like 100 centimeters times 70 centimeters. That's like I think you would say from my head to my knees or something, or to my waist when I hold it up. That is just, if you don't find that scary, I don't know what's wrong with you. That's like making a puzzle the size of a small camping kitchen table. I find it intimidating, I have to say. But I can also kind of look at it in a different perspective, thinking that it was such fun just to place the drills that I can imagine that for me it's not about quantity but quality. So if it takes me, so what? If it takes me a whole year to finish such a canvas, at least I would have had an outlet for a relaxing activity, and I will end up in a level of detail that I actually would kind of, I hope, like in the finished artwork, compared to continuing working on super small canvases. and on each one of them feel that I need to manually add more detail with a pen after I have finished it. I don't know. There's like pro and cons to that because there's also the fact that I don't think that the large canvases can be rolled onto my work surface. And then, I like to sit and work and then watch YouTube while I am being creative. But if I had to work on such a big canvas, wouldn't I need to sit in the living room, away from my computer? And how would that be like sitting there without any sort of entertainment from a computer? I also listen to audiobooks when I am sitting alone creating. That's just like a super habit. Like what do you do when you feel relaxed, zone out, like space out in your own company? Is it in front of Netflix? Is it with a book, or is it by sitting at your desk listening to an audiobook or a stream or whatnot, while you're working with your hands? So suddenly putting yourself in a different environment, having to sit and do those things in an area without access to a computer or something, kind of froze me off a little bit thinking about it. Like, but I don't know. But I do know that the size canvas that I worked on is probably something that people would refer to as a snack size. You know, that kind of says something about what people are used to, right? Okay, that color, I got this reddish. Oh, this is so yummy. It's like a reddish shimmer color. It is so beautiful. Red is my favorite color. I think I might be able to do something with this red. But yeah, talking about Netflix, did anyone see there is this called The Quilters? It's a short documentary that lasts like 30 minutes or something, but it's about prisoners in high security prison who quilt quilts for orphanage, and it was so good. It was, I mean, if you are a quilter, I think you would love to see that documentary. All the fabric that they work on has been donated, so they don't have a say in their stash. So it just makes it more creative and interesting. And seeing these tough guys sitting there talking about their quilts is just heartwarming. But yeah, I wanted to see that documentary. And oh, okay, I have to confess here how nasty a person I am. Do I dare? Okay, we were sitting on Hobby's account, trying to find something that both of us could watch, right? On his login, and then there's like nothing. He says like, ah, and then he throws the remote to me, hoping that I could find something that we could watch. And then of course I want to watch The Quilters, but I just kind of knew that it's not up his alley. So I said like, well, if you can't find anything and you're gonna give me the remote, I am definitely gonna start this documentary. It's only like 30 minutes. And then he's like, okay, I can't guarantee that I can stay awake if it's boring, he says. And then he falls asleep on the couch while the documentary is running. So lately, I have begun ruining his Netflix, and I think I am the reason why he cannot find anything on his account. Because when he does that to me, And the movie ends that we're watching. I loved it. And then I'm ruining his recommendation on his Netflix site. So he's getting recommended things like Bridgerton and romantic stuff, and he complains, like, Netflix has become so bad. There used to be like science fiction movies and cool series. Now it's just crap, crap, and crap, and it's all the things he's talking about is something altered because I have been clicking on. I loved it. Not even like it. I loved it. After he's falling asleep on me. But one day I have to stop. But I don't know why I find it so amusing in the situation for myself. I can't not rate the movie when we are on his account. Oh, this color here is just yummy. Okay, I'm sort of having the issue with that sun being more and more out of skewer. Maybe I should just bite the apple and then take a flat brush and try and correct the shape of that sun. How about this brush right here? Okay, we're gonna do that. We're gonna do that. Oh, I hope you cannot hear the neighbor right now. If that edge trimmer is coming off, like sounding like I'm the one sitting here farting a little bit, I'm gonna hate him. I just can't wait any longer, because I also depend on daylight for my videos. The more daylight that's being cast from my window, the nicer the colors are coming out on my recorded video. Oh, did I do the fupa right there? Maybe I should add some gold. Okay, gold to the rescue. Okay, maybe I should have let this dry up before I add the gold. It is layer cake. It does layer, but give it a rest, Lena. Let it just have a chance to receive a layer. Okay, it's getting more and more of the stranger vibe, I think, that I like. Now I want to come in with some white dots on that. Ooh, I did not clean my brush well. Completely contaminating my white here. I guess it's gonna be like pastel dots instead. Okay, I really need to do something with this white to clean off this pan. Maybe I can do something here. Yeah, it looks really white right now, but Layer cake is a funny little animal. As soon as it dries up, it's like the white is getting pushed back, dull down. Um, oh my God, that neighbor, that sound reminds me of the dentist. I think maybe that's why there's something inside of me that dislike the sound of an aggressive edge trimmer. Okay, I cleaned off camera. I'm just cleaning off my white before I tuck it back into my palette. I want to do more of those stripes and whatnot in purple. So how about this purple here? I can see that there are some triangles of some sort. So I want to do the same. All these bits and bobs here is a bit like collage. It looks strange on its own, but I think layered up, I'm crossing my fingers that it will look nice in the end. But yeah, maybe it would have been easier with a with a pointy brush instead of a flat brush to do this. But I like the way that it's layering on top of what else you have on the paper, so it's like working with acrylic in a way, or gouache, more like gouache. Okay, I need to carry this into this circle also, I feel. Yeah, I'm just trying to make a lot of confetti inside of that shield. Maybe I should go for something pinkish. Because I got some pink in the background there. So I suddenly felt that it could be fun to have a little bit of pink going on. And it could actually just be random. Yeah, I like this. Just making it more loose and not looking like I'm aiming for some sort of pattern. Even though I totally am, you know. I'm not so good at freestyling these kind of things here. It takes a special kind of imagination to get those things right. I cannot get my eyes away from this. It is such a beautiful color. I want it. Okay, why do I keep trying to add it on that edge? Maybe I could do it here. I like it. Now I think that I need some sort of, let's see, I have this, oh, the teal, the shimmery teal, just to do something totally unpredicted. I'm just gonna make some different size circles inside of this to just blow up the randomness of this. It sometimes is a fun thing to do. You know, like if you work too hard on a design and you don't feel that it's nice or what finished, a circle shape sometimes can finish it off. Oops. Oh my God, I'm just looking up now to check if I'm in frame. I'm so bad at this streaming, but look, this is the edge of the paper, so you didn't miss a lot. Yeah, this is taking a long time. I think maybe I should try and let me see, I'm already 24 minutes in. That's a lot. I don't know. Sometimes it feels like people, they prefer some sort of live action because it's nice and not so stressful to listen to, instead of speed painting where people are just wrapping everything up in like a very quick speech. So I'm thinking maybe, I don't know if I should switch this up into another part, because I don't want to rush this. But I also don't feel like sitting here making like an hour out of this. Oh, I like that. I like that background. What else can we do? Maybe something shimmery. I just don't feel that I'm finished with this area here. Maybe I should try out just some big shimmery circle shapes and see if that grows on me in a completely different color. Like down here we got a green toned. Just gonna try and put a green circle here. Yeah, maybe that's not such a bad idea. Just to get some colors in. It's a very nice shimmery color. I like it a lot. Maybe it was a bad idea not to turn this into celestial galaxy kind of thing. Okay, we'll see. We'll see. Okay, the horse itself. Oh my God, can you see this pan right here? It's called fondant. I'm just gonna grab it and take it out. On one side it looks green and on the other side it looks brownish, but I kind of want to be brave and paint in my horse in some of these shapes. Oh, I may be asking for trouble. But I want to preserve the black of the paper to be visual, so I don't really need a lot. I actually just need just something. So I can always go over this with some sort of a layer of a different color if I get cold feet about this. But let's try it out just for fun. Oh, now the neighbor is like really going into the root canal system with his grass. How much lawn does that guy have? Maybe he's going over his lawn twice. Okay, I should definitely have some sort of an area right here. Just with this. Yeah, it's always intimidating trying something new. It's kind of new for me to first of all work with, I want to say, negative painting, where I want to preserve some of the paper. So I cannot just go over everything. Hi Lars. Yeah. Okay, this is also some sort of shouldery thing here. Okay, I'm gonna stop right there, and then for fun I'm gonna try and lift off some of the mane of the front hair while I still remember that I have to do that. You know, that is a thing that I could forget. I really hope, I'm not sure if it's possible. I really hope that I can lift off the layer cake and hair strands. It's gonna be fun to see how that looks. Of course, I could come on top of this with black layer cake, but couldn't it be fun just to see what can the paper do for you? Because I bet that you would see the difference, even though this paper is black and the layer cake is black, but maybe you can see the difference. Who knows? It's also nice that you got a little bit a hint of the color from the background here. Yeah, I like it. It was a little bit too long. Okay, maybe I should just give it a break, she said, and then she continued. It's just a little bit funny to do this, like it's fun feeling, so it's a bit hard to stop. Okay, I'm gonna stop there. Yeah, it's gonna be interesting to see how does that dry up. but it is possible to lift off the hair like that, so getting a more and more likable area there. I wish that I could figure out how to come in and do some sort of maybe some cross star-shaped stars. Let me see if I can find like a really saturated gold color in this layer cake here. If I can work with that's a little bit too big, I know. Maybe if I had like a pen, that would be much nicer. But oh well, it is what it is. There's just something likable about the brush strokes itself. Okay, I'm gonna take a break now, and then I am going to get something to drink. I'm thirsty. So this has dried up. It's very, look at those sharp edges. So I'm thinking, what if I take some water, some clean water, and then try and soften out those edges with this humongous fat brush from Jane Davenport. See if I can just soften it all up. I hope it's gonna work. It's very rare that I paint like this. It's like you have to tell your brain to switch out the values. So normally when you're sitting paint, let's say if you're used to putting in the dark values first, when you're painting on black paper, that's gonna be your dark value. You have to somehow switch things up in your head and think the opposite way. I can feel resistant in my brain to do so, like it's not natural to have to switch the values like that, if it makes sense. Okay, only when it dries up I can tell if I softened up those edges in the way that I like it. So it's kind of a hit and miss. But I got on the feeling that now it's a bit better than before, right? Okay, uh, here I want to go cray-cray with a mosaic of colors like on the reference picture here. Something that makes absolutely no sense, and that was the whole joy of making this drawing here. Trying something completely new. But I think I want to work on this background here. I feel it could be like hair from the mane, and then I can do the feathers that's just disappearing into the edge. So I want to introduce some sort of the blue shimmery color where maybe it could be like I'm just playing here with some brush strokes that's gonna be like a little bit fatter in the center here. This is like the highlight area, right? So I wanted to... Maybe I'm using the complete wrong brush for this. Yeah, we're gonna let this dry up and see, does it look super crazy? I kind of like when the brush is split in the ferrules like this, because then it might simulate hair strands better. Yeah. Let's, for fun. Do I have a black? Oh, I do. I actually do have a black shimmer. Let's just see what this can do for me. Nah, it turns out gray. Can you see that? It doesn't really... That's not so interesting, I feel. No, I don't want to work with that one. It's a chunky brush. It reminds me of a foundation brush, you know, from makeup, where they're a little bit chunky to hold, and then it's very compact in the bristles, almost like it's not made for what we're using it for. I just feel that the brush is kind of fighting the layer cake as a medium, like it's got a different purpose. Yeah, and this one, the bristles are too short. You know, it's difficult to rinse it off. Also feels like a foundation brush. I'm just trying to explain why I think I don't like to work with these brushes and why they are not accessible so much in my stash, like a grab and go brush. And it's exactly because of these issues that I feel that they are made for something, but they're not this. Okay, we're gonna let this dry up over here completely. Yeah, look at the monitor. I like that glowing look. Let's see if I can get with some white metallic a reflection on the eye. You know, like reflections are usually something you put in the very end of your artwork. But here I'm not necessarily sure that I'm gonna make a painted eye. I think I should just keep it black, you know. So it's mostly sort of highlights. And then I'm super quiet. I'm sorry. This one should be brushed out too. Can you see that? This ear up here. Let's see if I can brush it out. Yeah, I'm super quiet. I kind of like it. So now I'm at the stage where I'm afraid that I'm gonna wreck it with the mosaic that I'm gonna make down here. Yeah. uh, Maybe I should. Oh my God! Look how beautiful it is with the shimmer. I hope it shows up on camera that it's a shifter where it's sort of brownish and then bam, it turns greenish. Good lord. Can you see how fun it is to change your substrate up into a black background and then have something to play with that acts like this? I think I should do more about this hair here. I'm thinking, what do I have that like a shimmer? Ah, it could be cool to add in some sort of this sort of like a different color just to surprise as a surprising element. Not everywhere, just a little hint here and there. Oh, shimmer is, I keep saying shimmer. I'm gonna be so sick and tired if I hear myself on, if I watch this recording. Oh my God, guys, sometimes I don't rewatch what I am uploading to YouTube because I don't like to hear my English. It makes my toe cringe. So right now where I've said the word shimmer like 1,000 times, this is gonna be one of those uploads that I'm not gonna watch again. Just gonna let it be. Yeah, I think I should play more with the color shine here. That could be fun. I'm gonna come on top of this with something that's gonna look like feathers, so maybe I should restrain myself a little bit. Yeah. But to keep things honest and real, I kind of feel like taking a break now. I want to go out and make dinner. I don't want to rush this for the sake of uploading something that's cohesive, like finished from start to slut. Start to slut. Yeah, I need a break. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to say slut. Slut is the word of in Danish finished. Can I even rescue this? No, no, I'm totally honest. The way we say finished in Denmark, in Danish, is slut, slut. Did I ever tell you that I had an American friend, Michelle, visiting me, and then we went to the movies here in Denmark? And then when the movie ended, it just said with big words on the screen, slut. She was like, oh my God. Yeah, that was so funny. Also, our escalators, elevators, when they're occupied, it says I fart, but it reads in English as I fart, you know? So there's just so many funny things that she pointed out that I never thought about because I live here, you know, so it doesn't ring a bell. Yeah, but what I wanted to say before my Danish took over is that I want to stop here and go make dinner and call it a day and then come back and work more on this because I don't want to rush this because it's so new for me to do this opposite painting where I'm sort of need to think because the black is going to be a part of the coloring. So I cannot just whip it out quickly to finish it off. So hopefully you guys is okay with that. So I'll be back. Wish you a nice weekend if you're only watching this upload. And please, I would be so pleased and grateful if you would leave a thumbs up. It really matters a lot to me. That's the feedback I get on long videos like these, where I have a lot of time where I'm not saying so much because I am painting live. I'm always in doubt if you guys think that that format is too boring to watch. So on uploads like these, I would be extra paying extra attention to the number of thumbs up, because that's the feedback for me, telling me if I should make more of these uploads. So give me a thumbs up if you like to have content that's this style here where I'm painting live. And other than that, wish you a nice weekend. Bye bye.